Hopefully by now, after watching the nth root review video and the rationalize the denominator video, you are ready to play a little bit more with simplifying radicals. So, we have the square root of y to the 8th divided by x to the 7th. First, we need to use the quotient rule to split the fraction. So the quotient rule simply says that the square root of y to the 8th divided by the square root of x to the 7th is equal to the square root of y to the 8th over x to the 7th. Now, the reason we have to split it is we can simplify the radical. We do not need the square root under the radical at the bottom, at the denominator. So now we have to rationalize. Now we're going to have to rationalize. As I mentioned in the previous video, to rationalize, you take the denominator, you create a fraction with the denominator divided by itself. Okay? Since we have the square root of x to the 7th times the square root of x to the 7th, you should know by now this is just equal to x to the 7th. Now, the square root of y to the 8th, you simply divide the power by 2. So this is y to the 4th. Now, here is the small challenge that I'm going to discuss here on the side. The square root of x to the 7th equals to the square root of, equal to the x to the 7th, all to the power half. Now, what's half of 7? It's 3.5. What that means is, it's x to the 3rd times x to the half. 3.5 means I have x to the 3rd times x to the half, which is the same as x to the 3rd times the square root of x. So, this means x to the 3rd times the square root of x. Okay? Now, we rationalize the denominator, but we're not completely done simplifying. The reason is, we have x cubed divided by x to the 7th. They have the same base, so they can be combined. Okay? So, I only have y to the 4th, so I don't need to simplify any y's. The square root of x will stay the same. I don't have no more roots to simplify with. Now, let's work on the side, a quick review of how to divide variables. First, you look and see which x has the highest power. Is it x cubed or x to the 7th? Of course, 7 is bigger than 3. So we know this is my winner. So the answer is going to be on the bottom. Okay? And the top will just get a 1. Then you subtract the powers. 7 minus 3 is 4. So 1 over x to the 4th. Okay? So nothing goes on top. It's a 1, so I don't really need to write it. And then x to the 4th. So this is equal to y to the 4th square root of x over x to the 4th. Now it's your turn. Simplify the square root of x cubed divided by y to the 7th.